Hey everyone, welcome back to Beginner Beauty Glow. Today I did my version of a cold girl look. So as you can see, this is how the look ended. And there was so many different versions. When I went to Pinterest, there was so many different versions of a cold girl look, but this is kind of similar to the one that I chose to do. But if you'd like to see how I did the look, continue watching. All right, so I'm gonna start off doing my lips today first because I use this lip stain that I got yesterday, and I kind of use it towards the end of my video, and I wanted to be able to leave this on there a little bit longer today just to get my lips a little bit more of a nice shade of this. So I'm gonna start off using this. I just want to get a nice coat of it on here, so. There we go. And we will leave that on for a lot longer than we did yesterday. All right, so next I'm going to put on some primer because of course I'm going to do my eyes first. I'm going to put this Urban Decay primer on. I did not use this yesterday on my eyes, and my eyes the liquid eyeshadow that I used seemed a little bit, not a little bit, a lot blotchy, and almost like made my eyes look very dry. So I'm hoping that using this primer first this time will prevent that, or at least help it a little bit from not doing it. I have been on Pinterest like looking up cold girl makeup looks, so I'm not like, I'm just kind of like taking different pieces from pictures that I found and kind of just doing my own thing. We'll see how it goes. I'm not like the best at like, sorry, I'm getting this on my lips. Okay. I'm not the best at like doing a specific look, especially like if it requires like designs and anything like that. And but okay, I don't know what is going on with this primer. It's like hard to get out. But anyways, okay. So that is done. All right, I'm gonna start off. Actually, let me just dry this primer a little bit. I just want to make sure it's completely dry. That's okay. All right, so one of the pictures I seen was the girl did like, the eyes were very like a light kind of look, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start off with this shade of my liquid eyeshadow, and it's called Flower Power. It's from the Ulta Beauty collection. Probably explained that yesterday too, but I'm just telling you again. So I'm gonna mainly put this on the bottom part of my lid like that. Let me do the other side, and then I'll use a brush to blend it in. Alright, let me just take a brush here. Which brush did I use yesterday? I could use that one again. I'm just going to use this one. I don't remember which one I used yesterday. Maybe, I don't know. I'll just use this one. Alright, I'm just blending that in a little, or maybe just like pressing it in. I don't know why it's like this eye always comes out brighter in that inner corner than the other eye. I'm gonna just add a little bit more just so they're equal. See how that one's like brighter, more pigmented than this one? Okay. Let's see if that does it. It does the trick. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And then just kind of like yesterday, I'm going to just go ahead and go darker and darker. So I'm going to use this one again next, and this one is in the shade Game Over. Is anybody else's week just dragging by? I know mine is. I mean, it usually does around this time of the year because I'm looking forward to my week off work. All right, let's blend that one in now. That's pretty good. I'm just gonna try to soften up the top edges with a brush here. Okay, that's good. All right, and then I'll end with my darkest shade, and this one is called Vintage Beauty. All right, and then this I'm just gonna put in my outer area. I think people have different ways and different views on how a cold girl look is supposed to go. Some people might think, well, you should probably do like a blue eyeshadow or a white eyeshadow. I think, because, you know, as I was looking on Pinterest for looks even, there were so many different versions of a cold girl look. But this one was, you know, right up my alley with the shades that this girl had on. So, this is nice. So I'm trying to wipe those outer corners off a little bit. All right. So, there's that. Definitely gonna need to wash my brushes soon. I'm gonna try to dry that up a little bit. I think I need a new fan. This one's acting very strange lately. Kind of annoying. Alright, so... Alright, the next thing I'm going to use is this e.l.f. It's in the glitter eyeshadow. It's in the shade... Is it called White Hot or is it Fine as Fleck? I don't know. There's like two different names on it. But this is the shade that I'm going to use on my lid. And I think I'm going to just try to apply this just with my finger. Alright, so I think this is the one I'm going to use. I really wanted a super nice glittery one. And you know what? Actually, I think I might have a different one that might be better. Hold on. Yeah, I think I'm going to change that up. I'm going to... It's been a while since I've used this one. Let me just check one thing. Yeah. Well, let me see. Sorry. I get very indecisive. Okay. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay, so I changed my mind. let's do... Okay, my apologies. I just changed my mind about 3 times there. So I got my final answer. I'm going to use my Urban Decay Moon Dust eyeshadow, and it's in the shade Space Cowboy. So I think I'll just use my pinky to dab that kind of all over my lid. And get a nice glitter effect going. Look how pretty that is. Trying to show in the lighting. 1 second, I'm gonna go in more. Not a lot of glitter. I just want to try to wipe this part of my eye. There we go. That's better. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that glitter. Oh, there we go. Definitely looks a lot better in person, but... Alright, so let me do my other eye. I love this eyeshadow. It's been so long since I've used it. I remember at one point it was like one of my favorite eyeshadows. I was using it almost every day. So that's how we're looking. I'm sorry, it's hard to see that, but okay. I had a thought though, you guys, and I think I might kind of adjust my inner corners. I just noticed I have this one, and this would have been so pretty for a cold girl look. Okay, I'm gonna add it, you guys. I'm sorry. So this is the e.l.f. Obviously like liquid eyeshadow, and these things are so hard to read. I cannot see that. I'm sorry, I can't see the name of it unfortunately, but that's how it looks. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this on my inner corners because I just feel like I'm missing something. I want my eyes to be more glittery and, you know, snow looking. I don't know, snowflake looking. Oh, that's really pretty. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Okay. I'm excited. That was the right move. Okay. I'm going to do this eye. That is so pretty. I love that. Okay. That was the right move. I'm gonna just dry these. I'll be right back. All right, so now we can start on our face. I wonder if I should put something in my inner corners though. Like, I think I'm gonna do that. Let me just put something in my inner corner. I have this NYX jumbo pencil here. How perfect will that be in my inner corner? All right, so I'm just gonna... I'm going to use a brush just to try to get some of that off though. Let's see. And kind of blend it in a little bit. Okay. That's better. I just wanted a light inner corner with that. There we go. Okay. Now we'll start on our face. My face. I'm gonna use the Glow Unlock primer. Let's hope this goes good this time, because the last time I used this, it was a lot of pilling involved. All right. but at the same time, I still love this primer, even though it's done me wrong so many times. But I'm going to try to keep it on the lighter side. And actually, I think I said that the first time. Okay. Now I will say, if you are looking for a sticky primer, this one is not it. But I just love the dewy look that it gives. Okay, so next, it's been a while since I used my e.l.f. Halo Glow filter. I want to use this today. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So just put this on my face and then we'll blend it in. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is shade 3 Light Medium. I'm gonna just spray one little spray of my e.l.f. Power Grip Setting Spray on my brush before I go in. It's been so long since I have used this, and I missed it. Okay, that's good. Okay, that went well. I'm happy. Alright, so let's see. Let's do some bronzer next, just to get some color back in there. Because I'm looking nice and glowy, but not... I don't want to look pale at the same time. So, let's do my all-time favorite bronzer. And we will use my Morphe Set and Heat in the shade Flicker. Nice cool tone bronzer. So we'll go ahead and blend that in. I was watching a lady do a Get Ready With Me video yesterday, and she was using this, and I'm like, oh, I miss using my Halo Glow. I'm gonna use it. So that's what made me use that today. All right, so now I want to brighten up my under eyes a little bit, which I don't do too often, but I do want to do it for today's look. I'm gonna use my NYX Pro Fix Stick Correcting Concealer. Or no, let's use this. I'm going to use my Essence Correct and Conceal Under Eye Brightening. That has a little bit of a pinkish tone to it, so I'm going to use this. Alright, so I never use much. I'm just going to do like that and like that. That's it. And I'm going to use this brush here to blend it. I am not good at this kind of stuff, you guys. I don't do my under eyes too often, and this is why. Nice and bright. That's good. That definitely brightened up those under eyes. I will say that for sure. All right. Okay, so let's do our brows next. And once again, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild Mega Stay. Love this brow gel. If you feel like you're running out of it, squeeze the tube. I guarantee you there's more. And I think I'll definitely do some faux freckles today with this look because I just feel like that would be so cute with a cold girl look. Alright, brows are done. Okay, I want to keep a nice dewy look, but I am going to use my Milani Conceal and Perfect Shine Proof Powder, mainly just in my T-zone area a little bit, just to kind of set my face. And I'm just going to use a brush for that. Just so that when I put my blush on that I'm going to use for this look, it stays good. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to do for that. Okay, so now comes the fun part. Let's do the blush. This is probably the most important step of a cold girl look, actually. And in my personal opinion, and I feel like most cold girl looks call for this, it needs to be a baby pink blush. Just from what I've seen. Maybe some people like to use red, I don't know, but from what I've noticed are the ones that I prefer, it's going to be a baby pink blush. So this is the NYX Buttermilk Blush and it's in the shade Butta Together. So let's get started with this part. Let me just clean off my brush a little bit because I don't want to get them mixed up with other shades that I've been using. That should be good. Okay. So, yes, that is definitely what we need. Am I looking cold yet? Okay, let's do the other side. And with this, I'm going to make sure to get it on my nose, because you want a nice pink nose too. How cute! I love it. Okay. Debating, do I need to add more? Is that good? I think that's good. A nice pink little nose, pink cheeks. Okay. So, let's do some highlighter next. And then I'm going to add, after that I will add my faux freckles. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so I'm going to do my Moira Dream Highlighter. I love this highlighter. It's in the shade Ballerina. And I'm just going to use my pinky to apply this. And the highlighter is also another important step in a cold girl look, I feel like, because it also adds that nice sparkle to it. Almost like you have snow on your face. I think for my cheeks, I will use a brush though, because I want to try to get it combined with my blush. Let me just make sure this brush is clean. This brush definitely has something on it. Okay, that should be good, hopefully. No, I better use something else. I'm gonna try this one. I know it's not really a highlighter brush per se, but it should hopefully do the trick. That's pretty. Look at that. That is gorgeous. All right. And I think I'm gonna put a little bit in my top brow bone as well. That is so pretty. I'm loving this, you guys. Okay, and then I'm gonna also put some of my LA Illuminator, which I got from Dollar Tree recently. I have been loving this stuff. I'm gonna just put this like a little bit in the corner here, not much. And then maybe a tad bit up here. Alright, so I'm just gonna use my fingers to lightly blend that in. And, oh, you know what? A little bit more in my Cupid's bow. Well, you know what? I will wait until I wipe this off. So, let's go ahead and wipe the lips off. Should I do setting spray first? I'm going to do my setting spray really quick. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Power Grip Setting Spray. That's it, just a light mist. Okay, so let's go ahead and wipe that lip stain off. Just using a cotton round and micellar water. Oh, that's pretty. That is very pretty. I love how it's just a nice natural pink shade. So let's see. I'm going to use this Morphe lip liner, I think. Is this the right shade? Yeah, we'll go. Maybe I should do something more pinkish. One second. Okay, I'm going to do, sorry, but I'm going to use the e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip Liner, and it's in the shade Pinky Swear. Okay, so let me go ahead and line my lips. And I'm going to just use my finger just to smudge it a little bit. And then I like to do some lines going, oops, down the center of my lips as well. And smudge that. And then I want to try to keep the lips, you know, somewhat natural. So I'm just going to put some clear gloss over that. Alright, so let me add that. Alright, you guys, here is my completed Cold Girl look. Let me know in the comments if you think that I should have added anything else, or, you know, what you would have added to it or maybe taken away. I'm really curious to know, because I know there's so many versions of a Cold Girl look. I've seen so many, I couldn't decide which one to do. But I am still liking it. I think it's really, really cute, and I like how it has a little pink nose with a little cold look, but I really enjoyed doing this. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.